Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. All right, if you're watching the replay, don't forget to follow and like, but also there's a little bell beside the name. Make sure you click on that. That way, when we go live, it'll give you a notification, or if we have a new video. But I'm going to give everybody a chance to jump on while I bring it up on my laptop so I can read your comments and turn the comments on off my phone. It always gets where the craft is on my phone, and I want to, I got to watch, make sure I'm not leading y'all astray with this craft. Let's see. Let's see if it'll bring it up. I don't see it yet. Let's see. Let's go in one more time. Hey, Debbie. Y'all were saying hey to me, and I don't see it. Hey, Helen. Hey, Jeannie. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Martha. Hey, Betty. Hey, Betty from Virginia. If we have any new folks on here, make sure you say you're new. And, let's see. Oh, it's not giving it to me yet. That way. Might just take a second. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Deborah. Janice from Michigan. Y'all, all these states are so awesome. I can remember when I first started, and when you have somebody from like North Dakota and then Arkansas, Arizona, it was just like, it still amazes me that we have friends everywhere. Let's see if I'm just not seeing it. I hate when it does this. There it is. All right. I got y'all going. Let me turn the volume off so y'all don't hear me talking on the laptop. I can take it off of here. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Michelle from York, Pennsylvania. That stands for Pennsylvania. Thanks. Y'all know how it's the M states that get me every time. Got a little trouble today Got in a little trouble today. Oh my gosh, Rosemary, where'd you get in trouble? Hey, I really enjoy watching you. Thank you, Nina. I enjoy doing this. Trust me, it is so fun. All right, I got a bottle of beer up here, but I'll show you the reason why it's empty. I had to go get one out of the refrigerator, poured out. I didn't tell Chris that. Because we are going to make a picnic basket. And it's really just kind of, I would say, like a faux picnic basket, because of course it's not the good shape, but it's perfect. I needed something for the picnic, this Pentecost picnic at church this weekend, a centerpiece, and it couldn't be really wide. So I thought about the bigger crate, but I think it would just take up so much room on the table, even though they're round. And it would sit up pretty high. And these actually turned out to be perfect. At the end, I'll kind of show you, or we'll talk about how you can make one even like smaller, maybe to go on your tablescape, if you're making multiple things for the summer. But I just took this little crate. It's the smaller one you get from Walmart. It's $5.86, I believe. It comes in this raw color right here, but we're going to take our antiquing and a wet one. It kind of helps with covering this big area. Hey, Amy. Hey, Rosemary. I was at the physical therapist, and she twisted my shoulder, and it hurt. I looked at her and said, "Help her, please." Yeah, sometimes it just pops out, and she gave you a funny look. You should have said, well, that's probably the nicest thing I could have said in this situation. Love your hair up. Thank you. I just have like a clip. I wore it down, and when I get home, Buffy and I were turning on the water outside and watering things, and my hydrangea, for the first time, you know, it's getting super hot here, and we forgot to water this morning. And my hydrangeas have gotten really big, and they really weren't, you know, like weeping yet, but they were like, I could tell. Because like I said, it's really getting into the hot temperatures this week for us. And I put everything underwater except those. And I told Buffy, I said, let me go grab my irrigation basket really quick, and I'll pop a line straight to those. So I turned the water on. And so I was like, gosh, I'm going to have to get from behind this bush, go turn the water off, because I have to pop a hole in the line, in the 1/2 inch line, or the 3/4 inch line, to put my little feeder tube into it. So as soon as I stuck it in there, the water went, I mean, straight up between my eyes. And all I could do was laugh. So I was, you know, I just couldn't leave it. So I was trying to get it in there. So I went and turned it off to do the other one. But so when I came in, I was laughing at myself, because you can't do anything but laugh at yourself when you're lazy like that and try to do something fast. And so I put my hair up, because it was, I mean, shot right there. I mean, I was thinking it was just going to like hit me on my clothes or something. No, it hit me right in the face. Like in the face. All right, I'm just dipping it in there, and I'm putting a good little amount on here. Now be careful. I had to make like 8 of these today. Well, I've made 7. This will be my 8th one. And I did once. A piece of little wood went through and stuck in my finger. So, you know, you can sand them down. I mean, really, they aren't really that rough. I just was probably being really fast and wasn't paying attention to a little wood splinter. All right, now this can be a little time consuming, because I can't get my fat little fingers in between these little pieces right here that much. You can get it some of the ways. So I'll show you. Now that one wasn't too bad. But, or the little places on the end. And what I mean is, like, see on the bottom of each one, and then if you look on the top of each one. So what I did today when I was making so many, I just grabbed a paintbrush and just went down each one. And like I said, it can be a little time consuming. I think my first one took me forever, probably my first and second one, but you know, by the end, boy, I just knew, you know, every little place I needed to get. So we can chit chat while I'm doing this. But if you can get your finger, or if you know, probably can put this wet wipe on like maybe the end of your brush, and you probably can slide it through there. But you got to get on the ends of each one. And hey, Cian, tuning in from Spokane, Washington. I have not seen you. Where you been, Rhonda? You been real quiet. Or maybe you just hadn't said Spokane. I like to say Spokane, Washington. Hey, Carol from Utah. Q-tip with work. That is really good. And that's probably one of the supplies I don't have up here. I think I finally remember I put some cotton balls up here, but I might have used them all. But slowly. Maybe I'll think about it next time I'm walking through the Dollar Tree or Walmart. Hey, I need to grab some of those Q-tips, because that would be perfect. But we're just going to keep covering, and see, I got that whole side. Now, depending on how dark you want it, you know, number one, you don't have to use this. I mean, you can see that top one. You can put them on there pretty thick if you want to. If it seems to be too thin, you can go back. But remember, this is like raw. There's nothing on this wood. So it's going to soak in just a little bit. So it may dry a little bit lighter than you think it is. All right, first of all, let me do all the top pieces looking at me on this side. And then we'll flip it over. Harry is trying to open the door, Buffy, if you see him. I don't know, is she in here? All right, now let me do, looking at the top. Quiet, I know, hard to believe. No, it's not hard to believe. You might not have anything funny. We had comedy hour here last night. Lynn was on here. My sister. All right, hold on. I got 2 more underneath. And we're always loud and funny when we all get together. Especially the older you get, you know, you have to go back on old stories and laugh at each other and laugh at some of the things our kids have done that we tried to act like wasn't nothing wrong with them, but yeah. Because it's like a running joke when we say something about our kids. We're like, you know, that wasn't mine, it was yours, because my kids are angels. We love that. It's like a famous thing we like to say between each other. It's not mine, that was yours. Knowing all our kids, there's not one of our kids out of all 9 grandbabies that are not rotten to the core. But you know, they are rotten, so we made them that way, so we can say that. They are having something at church. Those are for the tables. Yes. It's Pentecost this week, so our Pentecost picnic that we have every year. You know, I'm doing like the red and white checkered tablecloths, and you know, you could always just put a little arrangement in it, but y'all know how I always say I'm extra and I got to do something bougie, so I didn't just want to put, you know, like a flower arrangement in the center. There's nothing wrong with a flower arrangement if that's what you want to do, but I always try to do something different. And I love these crates. I have about 3 or 4 of the bigger ones. And I'll tell you what they're really good for. You know when you go into any place nowadays and buy those, like water, like you can put water and tea in them, and they have the little spout on them that dispenses the whatever drink you put in them. You either have to buy like a galvanized something for them to sit on, because if you just sit them on the table, you have to sit them on the edge because you know you can't get your cup under them. These are just heavy enough, especially the bigger ones. Like you could, if you had the bigger one, you could put like 2 of them on. They're very sturdy. They have a little weight to them, and they work perfect. Because, you know, I have the little galvanized stepping things, but you don't always want metal. Sometimes you know, you want a little wood or something too. On there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the inside before I do the bottom, just so I don't dirty my area up here. And you just have to find the best thing. My little finger can't get in these little joint spaces, so I learned after about the 3rd one to go to the side and go ahead and put my little paint in, I mean, what more or less just the cracks, because that way you won't rub your finger, and then you when you put this in it, it's a little bit thicker on your paintbrush, and then you have to go back and rub it again. So like I said, this is just like trial and error. Like all the little places I know my finger can't get, and see how it goes on kind of dark? That way, when I take the, now when I go in with this, I won't have to do it again. Hey heifers, rotten started with sin being she is the baby, yes. And then my niece, boy, she was super rotten, because I guess I was 13 when Amy was born. And there had not been any babies in our family since me. So Amy was kind of like my first like live baby doll. You know, she could do no wrong. She was just the prettiest baby that ever walked the earth. You know, no baby. All babies look like aliens, but you know, when you have yours, you're just like, oh, they so cute. But now you look back on pictures, they all look like little rats. But they was your rats, so they was beautiful. All right, so just putting this on the bottom, and then when I go and paint the outside, then I'll do in the cracks. But I'm just wiping along the bottom. And just when now you can use regular stain, you know, like if you wanted your picnic basket to be white, you could paint a white picnic basket. This is just what I wanted it to be. And I love the fact when you can get something, you know, it's real wood. You could actually probably make one of these with your with some paint sticks. I mean, it's not really going to hold anything. I mean, this one could actually hold and be, you know, I could organize things in. But if you're just going to use it for decorative purposes, you know, you could make it with paint sticks. Okay. All right. So that's that one side. So we're going to flat and do the other side. Have to leave you for a minute, but I'll be back. All right, Joe. Joe is from Louisiana. I'm starting to remember. Y'all like my friends. I mean, I talk about you all the time. Like, you know, we just know each other and we just good friends. All right, I'm kind of being messy about this on my hands just because, like I said, I made 7 of these today, so I kind of got it down pat. All right, so I did both sides, the bottom and both sides. Now I'm going to do the ends. And those are kind of easy because you don't have to worry about going in between anything. All right. All right. And there's probably might be still, you know, some places I might have missed or it's a little bit lighter. But like I said, if you'll just go ahead and do the whole side, top and bottom, other side. That way you're not, you know, having to hunt down what did I miss. Because there were so many that I would, you know, I would have done the top on one of the little and didn't do the bottom or something. It happens, especially if you're just going to do one. All right, so and believe it or not, it's a little bit harder to rub once this kind of the soap or whatever is on it kind of leaves it, but a lot of your paint, I mean your stain or paint get in it, so it's like you don't have to put as much paint, use as much paint anymore. And like I said, if you get done and you want it a little darker, wait till it dries and do a whole nother coat. This paint will, I mean, this like little antique has a little wax in it. It'll get darker and darker the more you use it. The more you, more layers you put on, I should say. Love watching from Canada. Hey, Carol. I love my Canada folk too. How far are you? Are you from Prince? I have one from Prince Edward Island. I always remember that because I didn't know what PEI meant the night she said it. I thought it was like the name of the town or city, wherever she lived. All right. All right, just getting those little in-between places. Like I told you, my little fat finger can't get in there, but she's right. Miss Jane was right. You could definitely use cotton balls. Never crossed my mind. I mean, Q-tips. Never crossed my mind today. But I was doing this today at work at my desk, so I wouldn't have had it there either. All right, just doing the in-between places, going one way, and then we'll do the other way. That way I won't forget. I tried once to say I'll do one board, top and bottom. No board. I was forgetting places, so I don't know how, if that's maybe how my brain works. Now we'll do it going the other way. And y'all, this seems like it's only taking me a minute, but like I said, it's because I did so many. The first one probably took me 30 minutes. Just because I was like, oh my gosh, there's another place I can't get to. Now I just know where all the places are. All right. I'm here from Monroe, Louisiana. All right. Hey, Peggy, Louisiana. Only place I've been, I flew into New Orleans once and went sightseeing. We saw the touristy stuff, I'm sure. But it was still pretty cool. Went to the casino because I like to play the spin the wheel with the little ball that drops in it. That's because you can sit there forever and play that. Because you can put your coin like on the corner of two numbers. And not them. They go in there and either win some money all in 20 minutes and ready to leave, or, you know, and I was like, no, I can sit. I said, I'll go on over here to this little wheel. Y'all go do what y'all need to do. All right, I'm gonna get one more of my little wipes out just so I can clean my hands. Where I live, we have the revolving, reversing falls. Awesome tourist place. Oh, that sounds pretty killer. I'll have it done either end. See, when you first you have to put, it's like you have to put a lot of stain on these little wipes when you first. So even if it gets really messy, it gets your fingers really messy, but you just keep using the same one. I'm getting another one because I was like, oh, I'll wipe my hands off, but then I didn't use the end yet. And I would clean my hands because it does get your finger on these wipes a little dirty. But you're doing a pretty big project. It's not like you're doing, you know, something small. Let me see if I can clean my finger without having to get a brand new one. Oh, so Mary, you've seen them. I wish I had. East Coast Canada. Okay, so you're on my side, just north. I got pick meds up, but watch the replay. All right, Judy, well, you have a good evening. If I don't come on, you know, I'll never know if I'll jump on and find something cool to do. But y'all know I didn't miss any days this week either. It's not coming off. I might get another one. Thank you for saying I'm looking good. Hey, Marilyn, all my in-laws are from Maine. Ah, Marilyn from Maine. Which Dollar Tree did you shop at in Augusta? Did you shop out in Augusta? The one, I don't know the name of the road, but it's near the Augusta Mall. There's no Regency Mall anymore, but near the Augusta Mall. If you can look up where the Miyabi's is, it's on the same road as that. That's all I can tell you. Our At Home is in the same shopping center, but I don't know if they have more than one At Home in Augusta. So it's probably better to look up the Miyabi's. Hey, pretty lady, I'm late. Just got home. What you making? We are making a kind of a faux picnic basket, which I guess you could use it as a picnic basket, but I'm not. It's kind of like a piece of table scape. Okay, so we've put that all over. And now we're going to put it to the side. Now, I've already made one of these, and I didn't realize I made 8 today. I thought I had waited. But luck would have it, the shims, the larger shims that you can get. I got mine from Lowe's, but you can get them shims at any hardware store. And you need probably a total of 5 of them. Now, sometimes when I'm doing a project, I do the thicker side on one and do the opposite, but this you really can't. You've got to have them all going the same way. All right, you're going to put them together, and you're going to get another shim. And y'all, I'm just showing you this because I've already made it. You know, I'm not really good at the showing parts when I've already made it. That's how, bless your heart, got here. All right, so you need 4 of them. And you're going to take just cut one shim in half. I think I actually had to, in half, they were a little too long, so I had to cut like the tip off of the end and then 2. But this lid, you're not going to pick it up by this lid. So, you know how it's barely on the top and barely, just make sure you got plenty of glue on them. And speaking of glue, gosh, let me turn my glue gun on. And you're going to glue those down. Well, once you glue that down, you're going to stain it. And these shims are raw wood, just like this. It's going to give you color. But be careful, because these do. Either you want to sand them down, but, you know, rubbing it with that cloth, be careful, because you will get a splinter because, you know, they're not, they're meant to be shims under something, so they're not finished as far as sanding. But you just have to bump them and knock it off just a little bit. But you're going to put that on, and then you're going to stain it, and this is what it's going to look like. It's this right here, 2 of these, and you just stain the wood. And I stained it with my Antiquing from Waverly, or whatever stain. If you have some stain at home, that'll be fine. So this is what you end up with. So that's at least one part, because then we get all the little cute decorative stuff that goes in it. Okay. All right, so we have our top. Now, y'all, how lucky was I that these shims, I didn't have to cut them. Look, it fits it perfect. Perfect. Look. I mean, I was like, I never get that lucky for things. But, okay. So what we need to do is hinge it to our main piece. Now I'm gonna dry this part just a little bit, because I really don't know what'll happen with this wax and not being dry and things like that with my glue if I don't dry it really good. I'm originally from Maine, but have been in Lakeland, Florida for 2 years. Hey, Sam, watch. Thank you, Lenore. Thank you for sprinkling. And y'all, always thank y'all for all the hearts. West Portland, Auburn area. Albert just asked me, what are shims? Tell him that's when a builder has not built something level, or you, I guess a shim, the term shim, it helps you level anything out. I mean, I guess you could put it under a table if it wobbles or anything. So Albert, if you're listening, a shim is thick on one side and really skinny on the other. So if you're a builder and you didn't make something level, you can push the shim in to level something out. That's why it's thinner on one side and thick on the other. I may not be explaining it the best way, but that is the best way I know how to explain it. But Albert, at least you're a mom. At least I'm kind of trying to answer you, because, you know, older people would have said, look it up in the dictionary, or you can Google it. But I would think it's more of a leveling tool. Oh, somebody gave me a mean face. I think he was being sarcastic. I don't think so, because I think Albert she has twin boys, Bess. She has twin boys, so he probably was like, what shims? He probably heard me, Bess, are you watching? And they heard, like, when their husbands look over. Poor Sherry that night when I said, did you use my golf ball? Okay, and how we're going to put it together, and I'll try to do it this way, is I've laid it on its side. It doesn't matter what you want the front and back to be, I guess, if you want to look for some imperfections, but that really doesn't, you know, the sides look the same. So I'm going to lay it on its side and put it down. Now, I got a piece of, all right, what I took to work, I got all my decorations for it on top. Where is the... No, here it is. I already took it out. That's why. Okay. This is what I'm going to use for my hinge. It's the darker burlap. It almost looks like a wet sand. But I think if you use just a plain, you know, burlap color, or a piece of burlap if you have it. See, it's just a little lighter, and I actually had this that's a little bit darker. Not a huge thing. What I did was I measured in between your shim. In between the shim pieces that are holding it together. Now, there's no set length on how close you can have them together, how far. Just make sure that, you know, you have them a little bit closer than the width of that. So I'm just going to eyeball it, and it's about right there. see if I got a pair of scissors. I don't want to cut this wire with my good scissors. My new ones. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take my new scissors because I don't want, no, this one I did. Never mind. Okay. Y'all, and I'm going to try to do it to the side so I can show you at the same time. Let me see if you can see it. Okay. All right, now, you can't do it very far because, you know, this piece of wood right here, you don't want to see it from the outside. So I'm just going to, hold on, find where I want it, which is from here to here. Take my glue gun. Let's see if it's warmed up enough. Yes. I'm just going to do a bead on that wood, just the length, and put my ribbon right on the edge. It's hard to do this and show y'all at the same time. Okay. So, it's stuck to this side. The only reason why I'm not telling you to do the whole thing is so, number one, you don't burn yourself and you don't put glue in places that you don't need it. Okay. So, it's stuck to our box. So, all I'm going to do now is just kind of work my way out on the lid. All right, I'm going to, I need something to hold this down. Nope, not that. Here, I got a piece from last night. So I don't burn my finger. Y'all, and I hate to tell my glue gun I was cheating on it, but at work, I have one of those little tiny glue guns that's low temp, the little tiny ones you pay like $1 or $2 for them, that we were making those Christmas ornaments with at the church. So today, boy, I worked with old school. I had to like get an extension cord out so it would reach. It was not fun, but I did burn myself one time, so that's probably the only thing. All right, I'm gonna do it a little bit further out now. And Bess, hold on, are you saying something? If you are, I was being sarcastic because he enunciated just like you, but yes, he doesn't know what it was. Shims. Am I saying it wrong? Shims? How are you supposed to say it? Bess, don't be an English teacher. Because you know I'm special ed like that. Okay. So we have our hinge. So see, it's on there. And then it's open. So, look at that. No tools, no hardware, no nothing. All right, now, kind of old school, you know, you gotta have, it's gotta be decorative. I have this ribbon that's just a brown, probably not even a 1-inch ribbon if it's 1 inch. So I've got to make my little, you know, the little holder so your lid doesn't fly back. So I'm gonna put it on the inside and then I'm gonna put it right here. All right, and I'm eyeballing it on how I need to cut it. Or to prop open a door, yes. Hey, beautiful lady, here where I live, Eagle Pass, Texas, we have a casino named the Lucky Eagle Casino. Yeah, like, and Chris, he was laughing at me because I was like, I want to play that Russian roulette game. Because, I mean, I'm not a gambler. I don't know. And he was like, so, you played Russian roulette? And I was like, yes, and I'm good at it, too. And so, of course, he was laughing at me. So now that's like our joke all the time. Like when I got home from Louisiana, he didn't go with me. I said I played Russian roulette when I went to the... We Northerners say it as one syllable. Shims. 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 Am I saying it two syllables? Shims. Shims. I don't know how you say it. Sounds better when you say it. Y'all also say roof. The roof is on fire. I remember I asked somebody that once when they said, you say roof, I say roof. And I said, well, how do you sing the song? And then they looked at me like, okay, you got me. Okay. So I'm putting my ribbon I glued it inside here. Like I said, it's just decorative. But I guess it would make it not flop backwards. Oop, I didn't put some glue right there. Hold on. Give me just a sec. Let me fix that. Okay. Oh, I didn't. Okay, there it is. Nope. I don't want extra because that way it'll catch. Okay. Ow, ow, ow. All right now. I know I was cheating on you, but don't burn me. Okay, so we put our little ribbon up here and down here. And I chose brown just because it was the closest thing that matched it. But if you wanted to line yours, because I have thought about, oh, I could line this. You could use the ribbon, you know, like if you wanted to line it with a white and red and white check, you could use a red ribbon. You know, it's your picnic basket. You make it how you want to make it. And, okay, I'm just eyeballing my ribbon here. And Miss Phyllis, if you're watching, this is the ribbon. She donated me this ribbon, y'all. I mean, I don't know when I'm ever going to use all this ribbon. It's like a big old ribbon, but if ever we need a lot of ribbon, that's going to be our go-to. Can't ignore just giving you grief. Oh, it's all right. Listen, I can only imagine the things I say and how countrified they sound. But, you know, I is who I is. As Mammy would say on Gone with the Wind, I is who I is. Oh, it says my live video was interrupted. So y'all, if it starts getting spotty, it could be my internet. Yeah, and I think it's flashing. But everything's okay. Was it at home? You talking about Norma where I got this box? No, I got it from Walmart. I purchased it from Walmart. All right, so I'm just putting my second ribbon right here. I think I might have cut this one a little too long. Where is it? There it is. My scissors. Okay, and then I'm just going to put a little glue right there on the inside, and voila. We have got our little hinge savers. That's the only thing I can figure. You know, it'll close, but yet it won't open any further than that. We don't have to worry about it. Okay, so now we have to put our little handle on it. And now when I say this is a faux handle, I mean do not watch this and put your handle on here and then pick it up and it fall apart and you say sin. All right, and this is something I've already made, but I'm going to show you how I made it because it was super simple. All right, I took the length of the same ribbon. Now I wanted it shorter. I wanted it not as wide as this, so I just took my ribbon and really just cut probably about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch off each side. But it's yours, so like if yours ends up being a little bit shorter than this, you know, you're probably just gonna make one. Okay, so we've got our little handle. Now, we're gonna take our brown, which is gonna give it a little bit more leather effect. If you have an old belt at home, because I thought about that, I was like, do I have a belt in my closet that I can't wear anymore? I can just go in there and cut it up. But like I said, I was at church, so. All right, and this, you could just put a slight little bead down the middle of it. You don't need a lot. It's not holding this little tiny feather ribbon. And I just put it down the center, like so. And then we're just gonna outline it with our jute. And I just hold this, cut it, measure the other side, and cut it. All right, let's see. So we're gonna do another, gosh, I didn't have this big glue gun when I was doing it today, and those little tiny ones make the perfect little bead. I'm sorry, glue gun, don't be mad at me. You're still the love of my life, my craft life. All right, so see, We just got that edge now. It's just kind of cleaning up that edge because I cut it off. If you find a ribbon that has a real pretty edge and it's just not real pretty but neat, you don't have to probably do this step. But let's see, good box for love letters. Yes, I mean you could put anything in this. I mean it's a box as far as like it'll organize anything. All right, on the ends, just cut some little pieces for the ends. Now, what I was saying earlier about the things you can do if you wanted to make a smaller scale is the little tiny wooden boxes that look exactly like this from the Dollar Tree. They're only about this wide, not this tall, but about this wide. You can do the same exact thing, except you're not gonna get as lucky with the shims being, you're gonna have to cut, you know, paint sticks to the width of your box for your lid. But that way you can put it maybe on a wreath if you're making like a summertime wreath that is, you know, like a picnic theme, or if you're wanting to put it just on like your tablescape, if you want to just have like a little miniature, I think that would be really perfect. Picnic basket, especially on your like 4th of July table. You could put like, you know, the picnic theme, but 4th of July colors. All right, so that's just how I made the top. So we can put this back in here because I'll have to take it back to church tomorrow. All right, you're fine. Our Dollar Tree had some leather in the craft section the other day, and I got 3 different colors. Well, you must have like the rock star of them. I'll have to look when I go to Augusta because we finally got the big jute back, and there's like 10 different like little things. It's like that's how they do for us. They'll get things in, they get a lot of it in, but they never like get it all in at one time. You have to, it's like hit or miss. You have to go in there. Oop, hold on, this one didn't. Trying to ease on my glue. See, my internet just kind of popped it on and off in here again. But the laptop is on the internet, my phone. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of eyeball my center, and it does open that way, okay. All right, so this is where I'm gonna put my handle, and just on the edge, I'm gonna put like a square worth of glue. See, just a square worth of glue. I'm gonna press this down. Give it just a second. Harden down, and then I'm gonna do it on the other side, and I hope I've gotten it somewhat centered, and put a little square on this other side, and this is gonna be our faux little handle. All right. Oops, I had a little piece of jute on the end of that. Okay, so there's our faux little handle on the top. Doesn't that look like a leather handle? And we have our little things in them. We're just rocking and rolling now. Okay, so we've got to make our same little straps, and they're like the imaginary closers. I don't know if that makes any sense. You know, like the little, no, I'm not making any sense, but okay, now what I'm just doing now is just gonna cut this in half. So of course I gotta add another little piece of jute onto it, on each end, so it makes it closed again. You can glue 4 together from the Dollar Tree and make a divider box, yes. And you know, and plus once you put things, you'll see, once we put stuff on the inside of it, if you put 4 of those boxes together and did even this same size, you won't be able to tell that it's multiple boxes put together on the inside because you're gonna have things in it. All right. And hold on, Bess, is one of your twins' names Albert, or is that your husband? I'm losing my mind today. I'm sitting here thinking, I think I said that wrong. Okay, so I have these little wooden dots, and they're the centers. You can buy little tiny ones, circles of different sizes. The other day, they are on the back side of the stars. You can get them at any craft section, but you get them in the dollhouse section. Well, the one in Hobby Lobby, you get them in the doll section. All right, so I'm going to, and I'm going to keep it this little raw wood color just because I think it's just going to be a nice contrast. I think if I put the antiquing on it, it's gonna, you wouldn't be able to see it. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of glue, dab this on here. Then I'm gonna put a button on each side of my little handle. I guess it's just maybe make you think it's a little piece of nail holding it down. You could probably get tacks and use it, or the wood furniture tacks would work too. You just probably want to snip that tack off the end of it. Okay. All right, now this is kind of where it gets hairy for me, because you want to glue it to the top and you want to glue it to the side of your shim. You don't want to glue it to this unless you don't want to open it, because you know once you do this, it's not like a real hook. It's going to open, but you still kind of want it to have that little fold down look. So remember, we're going to glue it to the top and to the side. And it doesn't need a lot of glue right here on the side to keep it bent, unless you want to kind of sit here and kind of put a little fold in it. That would help. Okay. So, and I'm just going to put a bead right here because I don't want mine to stay. I feel like it would stick straight out and you wouldn't be able to really see it. This is cute. How cute. Where did you get your jute? This jute I got from Walmart. They have like, at ours they have 3 different sizes, but I say the smallest size, the thinnest size is it's really thin twine. It's not, to me, jute. It gets really stiff. So I would say you really, at ours, we only have like 2 sizes. We don't have the real, well, sometimes they have the really big, but it's $17 because you have to get a spool about that tall. You get a ton of it, but if you think you are not going to do that much with it, for the bigger, I would buy just the 9 feet that you get at the Dollar Tree. Because like I said, it's $17, but you get a huge spool, and it does last for a long time, but you know, if you're only going to do a couple of projects, it'll just sit around. All right, so we're going to pinch this down again and kind of try to manipulate. Where did you get? You're the best. You come up with the most fascinating. Well, I mean, it was one of those days when, you know, I'm like, I have like a real picnic basket that's got like little wine glasses all in it, and I've never used it because, you know, I just rather kind of have it because it's neat. Like I'm not on it, and I don't know why, because I've had it for probably 10 years and never used it. You know, Chris and I, picnics, the heat. It wouldn't be him, it would be me not wanting to go out in the heat. But I like it just the way it is, and I was like, it's going to be like the main decoration on the main table. And I was like, gosh, I really would like to have that on each one. And, you know, I can't afford to go out and buy these huge, nice $80 picnic baskets for 8 tables. So I was like, I can do this. And I started getting the bigger ones, which would have been $11. And I was like, you know, I already have like 4 of them, and I do use them all the time, but I always just need 4. So these, I think I'm gonna make a little planter area and put some herbs or stuff in them, but maybe keep a few of them like this. Okay, so that's what it's gonna look like from the front. Now this is not, remember, it's just bent and glued to the end, so you can still, well gosh, I say that, would the glue get on it? You can still open it and kind of use it for display, because this is the way mine will be. It will have, I'm going to prop it open because we're going to put things in it. But once again, I'm really scared for this weekend to put a liner in it because I feel like what I'm using them for, there's only, on Pentecost you wear red. So this is really the only thing that would go well with it. But what if I put this in it and I want to put it somewhere that I don't want red to show? Like if I want to put it with some rustic things, in the fall. I wouldn't want this. I'd want some kind of orange or fall-y color. So I don't think I'm going to line mine. But if you wanted to line your basket, put a little pocket right here, and you could put some, like maybe a little miniature silverware in it. You've got all this stuff that you could do. And I think this would, it looks really good against this material, but I'm scared to do something that permanent to mine. Especially I love this gingham, so I don't want to waste it if I'm not going to use it, because once you get hot glue in it, you can't take that stuff out. It's just done. So I'm going to use that to decorate it, but let's see. Let me move all this stuff and I'll show you the things that we're going to put in it, and we'll have one craft. Remember when I told you I got this, which was regular $10. I don't know how long ago, because nowadays when you buy something like this at Hobby Lobby, it's like $20. But it's almost like one of those bridal where you can stick it in something, the holder, and it's like a long piece of ivy. I got this for $1 at a yard sale. I got 3 of them. So I'm like, can't beat that, because my sister told me, what are you going to do with all that? And I was like, I don't know, but you can't beat $1. Or $1, no, I think it might have been $0.25. So I'm going to take a couple of long pieces. Well, I'm going to take this long piece and, all right, let's see, is it all long and they're just bunched up? Yeah, that's kind of the way it's looking. Okay, a couple of these pieces. Well, I've got, we're using, this is what I have, like tons of these from their graduation party. Not that one. Like a real bandana. That I'm using for napkins and some gingham napkins. Well, white and red checkered napkins. And we just stuck the silverware in it. But I bought a couple of them home because I had so many from Buffy's pig picking. We had a pig picking for her graduation party, and a pig picking, for somebody who doesn't know, is you cook like a whole pig on the grill, and you come by and you like pick it, which we didn't pick it off the grill because there were so many people, so we put it on this big board. But that was what we did. No, it was Neely's graduation. I hate to say Buffy's. Neely's graduation. We did a low country boil for Buffy's. All right, so I still like the way I had it gathered. I just didn't want the twine. So I'm going to drape it over the side here, but I'm going to put this in here first, because I really need something that's going to help that top stay open for now. Well, let's let this go both ways. So this, nope. Oh, I'm messing all up in front of y'all. Okay, so right now, this is what we got going on. The little flaps won't straighten up. Don't do that. If anything, maybe I might, if I end up having to tack them down, I just do. Okay, so far we've got that. And this is why I've got one of Chris's beer bottles. And if it's a little bit thicker, this is not the one I want. See, there's 2 different kind of bandanas that you can get from the, you can get like real bandanas from the Dollar Tree that are $1, or you can get these kind of more silky looking ones that are like 2 for $1. We'll hide that. Okay. But I got these cute little, and Lord, let me get my cleaning back out. Miniature wine glasses. Where did it go? There it is. I have my mother's basket. She got it from the S&H green stamps. It's, I guess, 75 years old. Oh my gosh, you remember that when you used to take those books up there and you'd be like, what you gonna get? And you'd have to have a trillion of them to get like something super good. All right, so we've got our little wine glasses, and I guess I can probably just, I don't want them to be exactly the same. Maybe stand one up, have one laying to the side. And then this is gonna be our wine bottle, but we're fixing to paint this. And I kept thinking, you know, I looked at so many water bottles today, y'all. I don't know if it's because I'm cheap or maybe I was just thinking of something I could get and pour out. And then I come home and I was like, well, I'll just, you know, everybody's always leaving beer here and we just put them in our extra refrigerator. So, you know, if somebody comes over and like, you want a beer that's like in there, because Chris rarely drinks beer. But when I got in there, he had gotten these, and it's more of a green bottle. So I kind of hope this square shape stays on here, but I'm taking this tag off. But I'm going to paint a square right here. And because it's that green, wasn't that one of those like Dos Equis beer? It's already green, and I like that. But if you get like, maybe it's a brown beer bottle that you can get from somebody. Can y'all see? And we'll tell y'all, dig in the garbage. But no, do not dig in the garbage. And I'm not worried about the tag because I'm going to paint back where they were. And you just kind of make it look like a beer bottle. And you know what? I forgot my little cork over there. But this is some shiny stuff, and I don't know if it'll, which we're going to find out if it works on the back. Okay. So if you don't have green like this, buy you a green. I mean, get you like, I guess, just a regular beer and paint it green. But I need my white. There it is. Cute craft idea tonight here from Connecticut. I was going to say Cincinnati, but it's Connecticut. Y'all, don't mind me. I'm learning I am state ignorant. Especially with the M's. Y'all, I still don't have that straight. Oh, I just got that all over me. And if I don't clean it, it's a good thing it's Thursday. I can clean out this water over here because I think I've got all week's paint in the bottom of it. I have a busy day. I picked my daughter-in-law up at the hospital today from being in there to Saturday. Then the neighbor's guy to go to the doctor just to call. Then they took the hospital by ambulance. The hospital was my mom and sister. Oh my gosh. Budweiser. Somebody said Budweiser. Please tell me you got you got Budweiser. Yeah, if you got some Budweiser, it's all right. You can paint them. All right. So what I'm going to do is just go back where the square is on the label. That way I know it'll be like it's supposed to as far as square. Or if you have like a little cricket, you can cricket you a cute little label on there. Probably use some kind of cute little napkin, decoupage. Y'all know I'm not decoupaging it. Me and decoupage, and we go way back to Not So Friendly. All right, and I'm going by the sticker that was on it. Do my square first, and then I'll fill it in. And then I've got corks over here. I'm gonna cut the top of it off and put a cork on it. I'm not going to be able to get the whole cork in there. I don't think I can. No, that's too small. So we're just going to have to cut it. Put, like, if you have some gold or silver leaf, You could put some on the top and have a champagne bottle. Or if you just want to put some lemonade on there too, that's fine. Because I'm not a wine drinker. I'm just kind of making it look good. You know, have that good effect. All right. I think I got it. And we're probably going to have to put 2 coats on here. Paint and glasses. All right. There's one. Hey, from Florence, Mississippi. How are you tonight? Judy, I am doing good. Tomorrow, I can finish up these little baskets for Sunday, and everything else is at the church ready to go. So I can relax when I get off work tomorrow. Chris, y'all bless him. He went to Augusta today and got all the mulch that we needed and put it out. So I do not have to come home when I get off work tomorrow at lunch and do yard work. Isn't that awesome? I know it might not be awesome to some of y'all, but it's super awesome to me. Because now I'm kind of ready just like to let everything look pretty. And, you know, sit outside, admire all my hard work. I told him, I said, we have built 2 beds this year. That's enough. I said, now let's like tend to some of the stuff we already have. And we have got to finish cleaning around the garden. Because it looks like a train wreck over there where we're pulling up trees behind it, and so, you know, when tractor ruts get all in there, it just looks, ugh. I'll just show y'all a picture of that, the train wreck that it is back there. All right, that's making too many little paint lines. Mountain Dew bottle would work. Yes, it would. But you'd have to get like a bottle. What I'm saying is just get like a real bottle. Who is she? Judy, hold on. Who are you? Who is she? Hold on. Test the waters and just to play the bottle with torn label. Mike's Hard Lemonade. Maybe you should craft something with the United States and you could keep it by you. Yeah, I don't know what that means. You used to could see all my crafts up there. I need to. See, I've got some things up there, but I always think y'all are more interested in seeing what I'm doing, not what I've done, but I will. All right, let's see. All right, let's dry that a little bit. A little bit of the tag is kind of wrinkling. Come on. We're going to put another coat on it. Our niece lives in Florence. Oh. Oh, I'm missing the new comments. Hey, I'm late. What you making? I made a picnic basket, Sherry. I'll show you. It's probably gonna have to watch the replay because explaining it might take a long time. But right now we're making this look like a wine bottle. Ooh, y'all, looks like a champagne bottle more. I wish I had some of that little foil stuff, but Yeah, I'm not into metallic stuff, so, you know, I'm a crafter who gets low on, paint sticks. Scissors don't cut, and I don't have any gold little flaking paper things. I don't even know the name of it. Okay. Just doing a little layer on some of the places where y'all, I'm sitting here thinking, I want this to look like wine, but I'm not gonna write anything on here. I just want it to look like that because, I mean, if I wrote wine on it, it'll look like, I might as well write X's on it, so it'll be moonshine, because everybody, then you'll be able to tell. Maybe tomorrow I'll print off something cute and stencil it on here. Oh, no, I know what we can do. We're gonna paint some grapes on it. It's my party, and I'll paint grapes if I want to. It's my party, and I'll paint grapes if I want to. I'm so weird. Gold leaf, there you go. Hey girl, that is so cute. Thank you, Darlene. All right, so let me try this a little bit more. Y'all, I don't know if y'all had a long week, but I guess we used to do this stuff at the church all the time, but I guess we haven't done it in like a year of this luncheon. This will be our first one. And I forget how I wear myself out being all extra. I'm tired. Chris even came in today and he goes, I put that mulch out. And I was like, bless you. I was like, I'd get up and hug you if I wasn't so lazy. I was just tired. I wasn't watching videos. He said, I can tell you're tired because I wasn't watching crafting video. I was just sitting there watching TV. All right, so Sherry, we made out of the smaller boxes you get, we made a basket. We had to make our own top. We made a cute little leather. And y'all, I would say true to form, you know, a picnic basket is supposed to be more square and a little bit taller. But remember, this is going on a table. And I kind of like the fact now with the little glasses, I can kind of make the little top kind of flappy. But I don't want it to get smushed. All right, so let me grab. Now, I haven't gotten finished what I'm going to put on it. I need to put fire on it. Hold on, let me grab my cork. Ooh, and there's something down here that would be really cute. I have one of like these little milk jug like things. That would be really cute in it. I think it would be really cute if you put a little tiny vase. And this is the first thing I thought about with the wine glasses. Instead of, you know, I have a lot of those little cut crystal toothpick holders that are really small, like a little tiny vase. And then you can put little, the vase and flowers in here, because you know when you go on a picnic, it's supposed to be romantic, and you take the flowers out and then you take all your food. So I think that would be really, really cute too. All right, let me put, I've got my strawberries here that I was gonna see. Not that it would look like that, but I'm gonna maybe use one of these oranges and put it underneath my glasses, because it needs something in there to make it a little bit full. So you can put something in there to make that sit up a little bit higher. And you can even paint your wine glasses. All right, so I've got some corks here. You know, I feel like it needs something below this to set up taller. Let's see. So it doesn't get quite so smushy down in there. All right. Let's set that to the side. Oh, I know what it is. My ribbon is being pulled, so that's why it's trying to close. The little ribbon catch over here is trying to close. So let's put one of these under it, one of these over it, so nothing will pull on it. All right, that's gonna aggravate me to death. Okay. All right, so, all right, this is a good cork, but, all right, it's not gonna go down in there, but, and I'll tell you a good trick with corks is to boil them and they won't fall apart on you. All right. Because sometimes if you start cutting on them and doing things, they can start falling apart. But I don't know what it is about boiling. It does something, I guess, to the chemistry in the cork where they won't crumble when you start doing different things. Okay, so we're gonna glue this to the top, just with some hot glue. Good old trusty hot glue. I wasn't talking about you, my friend, today. You know I love you. All right, let me give that a second. So now we got our little wine bottle. Foam, where did you get the wine glasses at? They are actually in, no, those I got at an antique store. They're little tiny like sherry glasses, really, you know, when you used to supposed to sip on stuff like that. I actually have a whole set that has these, real like different sizes from the sip all the way up till, I mean, they're like liquor sipping glasses, really. I'll have to show them to you one day, because I asked Mimi what that was. I was like, Mimi, you know, no, but why would somebody just want to sip a wine? She said that you meant to sip on sherry, or you know, they're for sipping different alcohol, but they're really old. Just getting on. Hello from Florida. Fake grapes and a tiny cutting board would look cute in there too. You are so nice. A little wedge cheese. Like, I hadn't thought about that. I do have, and I just put it under there though. Let's see. They're not real little grapes, but we make them look like better grapes and not this one. All right, so let's put, no, I want to paint grapes on there, y'all. Yeah, I'm getting all messed up. Okay, hold on. What I'm gonna do is get that, didn't I have that Merlot color out, which is not a really all that flattering color. We used it last night. Where is it? There it is. Ooh. I wish I could write that really pretty on there, but I don't think it would turn out. You have paint on your bottom. I don't doubt it. Paint on like the bottom of my, you mean like on my butt bottom or the bottom of something? Because I don't doubt that for a minute. Too much water in my paintbrush. Might do a couple of little coats on here, but we'll make it look better. These are just the little ones that came in the little kids. toy section at the Dollar Tree. I can tell I'm sitting here doing my tongue, my concentration face. Which Chris calls it my monkey face as I go. I'm like, that's not nice at all, or flattering. He goes, oh, he's cute. I said, no, come up with something like cute. You know, cute like that's my honey badger face, or which they're not cute either. Okay. I'm just gonna put some grapes on my wine. Just doing little bitty circles. So we just did some little circles, and then we'll do some highlights. And let me get a little bit of our favorite color, moss, out. I have one that's open. Here it is. We used it last night. I forgot. Hey girl, what colors do I mix to make dark blue? Black and blue? I would think if that's what you mean, and whatever shade of blue, use that blue with black. It depends on, like, sometimes people think you can put browns and stuff like that, but it depends on what your brown. Some browns have grays in them, and some browns have more yellow, and it could totally change it. So if you're just wanting to make something darker, I would put black in it. But choose the blue that you like to go darker. Like if you want a more like this Bunker Hill blue, then put a little black. But if you want some more like a seafoam blue, then you need, which seafoam blue, seafoam has green, a lot of green in it, and sometimes, I don't know, it just depends. You'll have to play with it, but don't always think you can put a brown or whatever, because the brown is the tricky one. That's different shades. But I would think sometimes you can put a red in it, but if that red has more gray in it, I don't know. I would have to see what color blue you want. It's a cute concentration, but my blue is light. Then put a true blue in it. Like if your blue is like a baby blue, put more of a, well, you don't have a darker blue. See, I don't know, that's tricky. I would say to put a tiny bit of black in it and see what it does, but I mean minuscule amount. But the thing with lights is, when you have like light blue, the way they've made light blue is they've taken your primary blue and put white in it. Well, when you mix black with white, of course you get gray, so it's gonna make your blue go more to a gray shade. So I mean, the only thing that's really easy, like basic, going back to art school or going back to kindergarten, is your primary colors are the ones that can change something. But once you, like a light blue is already a mixed color. It's already two colors mixed together to make that light blue. So when you add another color to it, it just depends on what colors were mixed together already for what that new color introduced can do to it. So I'm kind of stumped on what to tell you. I feel like the white in the light blue is going to make it go on more on the gray shade. So I'm sorry. I mean, I guess that's just kind of like a good rule of thumb, is to always keep more closer to primary colors if you're going to want to shade things. Because like Katie told me once, you can take those primary colors. You only need those 3 colors, and you can make any shade you want. Well, also you need black and white. But you can make any shade. But once you already have a shade, like say if you have a real pretty slate gray, but that gray may have red in it, and it's more of, you know, that on the redder side of a gray. So if you add like a black to it, it's, I don't know, it's kind of weird how colors work. You almost have to know what shade, like when you go into Lowe's and they'll have like 18 different shades, or probably 1,000 different shades of gray. Some of them may be more towards like just white and black mixed together, but some of them could have reds in them that give them a deeper, almost like that real pretty cloud color, which has like purple, which comes, you know, and purple is made from red. So it just depends on how your blue started on what you could do. But I don't really think you can go darker on it if it was, I don't know, I got leaves stuck to my back. That's when my back, when I sprayed myself, I had to go through my lower pedalum. And when I did, I got leaves all over my back. All right, I'm sorry I got all off the subject for us. Because I don't want to tell you wrong. I don't think you're going to be able to mix a color and go darker. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think you are. Okay, we're going to kind of do like a little line. Because, you know, grapes grow on vines. Viney stuff. So... there's not enough over here. So what I'm doing is I'm just going and making a little loop. And there's our little grapes. And it's actually, and I'm going to use a little bit this to shade, because, you know, all grapes start off on the greener shade. We'll do like some little highlights on to distinguish each one of our grapes with this green. And all I'm doing is just highlighting the side to kind of distinguish each little grape itself. And then we're going to go back over that with a little bit of this Merlot again, which is just kind of like a little grapey wine color. Okay, there we go. I think that looks better than me attempting to write wine on it. And it looks like bootleggers wrote it on there. You know, it might as well be XXX. Hold on, I'm missing. Right in the middle. Oh, good. No, I wish I could write Merlot right on the bottom of that. Okay. I love it. See, you know, just be our little glass of wine, and I just cut the cork and glued the Yes.
Where's that Benadryl spray that you bought?
Oh, you talking about for the look in the drawer where my brush stays. And listen, it's like the calamine lotion, so you can't miss it. Color. All right, let's work on this grape. I don't know if I can dry this because this is like a little plastic, you know, when the little kids, I want to play kitchen section. But we'll maybe not put it too long in one spot. Ah, thank you so much, Judy. Judy Noel, that's another Judy. We got some Judys on here now. Paint on the neck of the bottle. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of looking a little, trying to think of, I'm going to get Buffy to hold up my wine bottle when she comes back through here to make sure. Isn't it like a little oval thing up top all the time, or is that champagne? Or is this a label? Maybe a full around the neck label. Y'all, I don't ever drink. And not that I don't want to, it's just I can't handle it. Hey, Buffy, you know a bottle of my wine right there that I use for decoration under this table? Will you hold up a bottle just so I can see what the top label looks like? Isn't there some in there, down there?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, it's like it goes up and around the cork. Okay. All right. I can do that. And it looks like it's on the, more of the, hold on, I want to change that. It goes up and around the cork, but I don't want to change the cork. So we'll just go up and around the, yeah, because you always have to break the seal on it before you can take the cork off. See, y'all so smart. They so smart, Jenny. All right. Okay, I'm gonna wait that dries for just a second, and then we'll do another coat because you can see a little bit of the glass through it. Blue and black with tiny dot. Blue and black with tiny dot of orange. Or you need to listen to them because I don't think I could help you. Blue and black with a tiny dot of orange. Yeah, and then maybe it won't do the gray. You go. Who was it telling you that? Does it say Jenny? I only can see half the name. Hey, Helen. Yes, Jenny. Thank you. Hey, Sin, I love your little basket. I will have to make one of those. They are cute. I know. And most of it's already made. And like I said, if you don't even want to do it, you can do it on the bigger scale with the bigger crate. I think they're like, what, like $11, the bigger one? Or you can do it on a really tiny scale with the... Hey, Buffy, will you grab me something else out my room? On that first shelf, above those foam boards, you'll see two boxes, wooden boxes that I bought today. Will you bring me one? You see what I'm talking about? I only need one. Yeah, I only need one, but I mean, yeah, you can bring them both to me. That's okay. No. I need the third one down. Yeah, that one. All right, let's dry that and put it in our basket. What part of South Georgia? I'm from. Oh, okay. Y'all talking to each other. Hey, Daisy. Oh, hey, Sin. Love to watch you. Deborah, thank you so much. I enjoy it. I don't think I could go back to crafting alone. And I don't anymore. I used to sometimes get up here and make things when y'all were here. Every now and again I'll make a wreath, but now I do most all my crafting when y'all are on here. All right, there we go. Ha! Y'all are so smart. I would maybe cut this a little bit shorter on my next one. You know, because the cork doesn't stick out that much unless you've already opened it, which we can just act like we opened it. All right, so I'm gonna set that and use that, one of my, as a backdrop. Okay, and that way it's gonna keep that lid open for me. Okay, let's finish this little grape. And I can put the grape kind of over there where that ivy is. All right, let's put another little coat on him and we'll make him, ooh, yeah, look how pretty that's looking now. Now this is plastic. I'm not saying that you probably can't scratch it with your fingernail and it'll come off. You could probably spray paint them if you didn't want that to happen, but if somebody sticks their hand in my arrangement, I'm just going to say, what you doing? What you doing, Willis? But if you're having like a dinner party or guests, I mean, you can actually put the real McCoy in there, you know what I mean? You don't have to make it all fake. I don't know where I can get a little tiny, they do make those little tiny bottles of wine. And I think they sell them in a 4-pack. So, you don't even have to do what I'm doing. Especially if you wanted a little clear bottle, you may can change it. I don't know if I've ever seen dark one. They're like clear. The bottles are clear with like pink wine in them, but they probably have the darker. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to take lots of pictures of it so you'll be able to see. I'm burning my hand. Okay. I think it's okay for me to set down, and then I can get our little green out. Let me see if those places are dry. They're hot, I know that. Now I'm just following the lines that are already on this little thing. It's got like a little vine cap on it, which I don't think is really on grapes, but we'll go with it since that's on here. It's usually just a stick that kind of goes up. They also have the small little bottles at Dollar Tree. I love watching you. Don't get on much, but enjoy your crafts. Thank you so much, Tanya. And I love all y'all for watching. I'm telling you, yeah, y'all help me. I'm not kidding you when I'm thanking y'all, because we all help each other. Okay. We'll get a little bit heavy on here so I can put it in my cap. Do my little swooshes on it. We'll do the little swooshes to define the grape. And then I'll go back over that with a little of the purple again. So that way the shade is in the background of it. Oops, I don't know if I could put it on the tip without me touching it. Okay. boop, boop. Okay. So there we go. Just a couple of little swooshes. And let's bring some of that up. I just don't know about all that green at the top. Because, you know, it might have a leaf on the vine, but it really doesn't have like a cap. So let's put a little bit of this purple in there. Alrighty. And our little basket, but this is what I was talking about. This particular one that's square. There's some that kind of have like a little, we've used them on some other crafters that the edges are kind of slanted, but you can get one that's just square like that. Now I'll hold my shims up to it, but you know, if you have paint sticks, if you have the bigger popsicle sticks, the jumbo ones, I think that would be good. That's what I got right here. You wouldn't want like the little edge, so you would just, let's see, you probably can almost, well, no, cutting that end off, I think you would, but you could use the ones you cut off. Let's see if I got one more. Yep. Yeah. Or you could use, or you could use the shims. They're just a little wider. You may, you know, but use about 3 of those and cut that off, and the part that you cut off, you'll need to hook these 3 together. And then, you know, and then you can do a smaller version of it. You can get, they have the little glass bottles in the Dollar Tree that, you know, for different crafts. You can make that look like a bottle. You know, like lemonade, it doesn't have to have wine in it, you know, and you know, smaller versions of that. Let's see, let's put our grape over there. Y'all, this is darling. My bottle is holding it up now. So see, anywhere you on the table, you know, like there's some people that are going to see the back side of it, but I still think it'll be pretty. And I may just put, the tablecloth is red and white check, but I could put like, just set a little bandana back here, or even put like some of my gingham material. Oh, I have a little bandana right here. Just set a little bandana, you know, at the back of it, or really just open it kind of like a square underneath it like it's the blanket and set this over it. So like I said, they're round tables, so somebody's gonna get this side, but for all the other people that get this side, it'll be the cutest one. But y'all, I love it. I love that it was, you know, things you already have, beer bottles, you know, you got somebody out there, you know, that drinks a beer, or like I said, you can go and if you drink some wine and get you those little tiny wine bottles, or put different fruits, like you said, a cheese, a little cutting board in it. I just like this, and I just have this, a lot of this vine, and I was just like, you know, it'd be cute, you know, coming out of it. But I love it. But I really, really, truly think that if you lined it with that gingham or some kind of material, it would make it really cute. Put a little pocket up here on the door, and that's where you stick your little tiny silverware. I'm just so scared to put a permanent color on it, because if I want to put it somewhere, I would end up probably ripping it out if the color didn't match everything around it. But I'm so glad y'all like it. I had such a good time this week, y'all. It's been one of our better weeks. I didn't miss a day. Can you believe it? We had to put that down in the record books. But I love it. And I think, especially like little stuff like this, the ribbons, you know, I use, you know, I'm scared of color. So I used a lot of neutral colors. But, you know, I think if I would have put like maybe a little gingham ribbon right there, you know, you could even get that in the Dollar Tree. Gingham. I almost tried to find, and I just didn't have time right at the last minute, because, you know, at one time you could buy those wine glasses that it was like a solo cup, and it was like a footed solo cup. If you could find something to put like some kind of like little wooden, like a chess piece would be perfect. If you got an old chess set, a little perfect thing on there, and you have like a true little redneck picnic basket. But you know, them Episcopalians, I love them, but they love them some wine. So I'll probably put wine in mine for this weekend. That really turned out so cute. Great job. I do too. And like I said, I think it'll store easy. You know, I have 8 of them. So unless I want to take them apart and do something else, I can actually put some of my crafts in them for right now. And use them, you know, for storage until I want to use them for decoration again. I'll probably put 1 or 2 somewhere in my house just because they're super cute. And maybe leave one at work. But, you know, look, the only thing that connects it to the top is that one piece of ribbon right here. So, I mean, you really would only have to pull that off and it goes back to just being a wooden crate. And you can line them with plastic and plant things in them. I've done that. Put a little piece of rope on each end. And you have like a little planter box, really cute. That's what I've done with a couple of bigger ones before. I just put like a plastic bag in it, like just a outdoor garbage sack, and poke holes in it for your drainage, put dirt in them, and I've made planters out of them. So, you know, and the little ones are only $5. It was like $5, maybe 80-something cents. And the bigger ones run you around like $11. But they're super cute. But I'm so glad y'all had a good time this week. I had a marvelous time this week. And if I don't have anything come up, I will see y'all Sunday night. So y'all have a great, great weekend.